great to be here today. I am really pleased to talk to you about leadership, which is really my very favorite subject. I have found that it's really our beliefs that can either empower us or imprison us. And when they imprison us, they create a curtain that camouflages what's really underneath. And what's really underneath is that fear. And what happens when that occurs, when that camouflage comes on or that curtain closes in, is that there's an Oz effect. And that Oz effect is what keeps us from being who we can be. I remember my first job as a leader. There I was, fresh out of graduate school, and I had a job offer to be an executive director of a startup. I was ready for this opportunity. I was ready for this challenge. There was nothing that could get in my way. I could hurdle any goal. I could get around any barrier. I could do whatever it took to be that leader that they needed me to be. In every journey as a leader, there's a bump in the road. You don't know what that bump is going to be, but there's always that bump in the road. There's always that stop sign or that yield sign that says, wait a minute. And I found my bump in the road as I was busy driving that startup company to be the most successful company that there could ever be. My bump in the road, and you'll all find out what yours is, my bump in the road was a personal one. In the middle of the most critical period of growth in that company, as I was 4 weeks away from getting married, suddenly and unexpectedly, my mother died. Stop. Everything for that moment stopped. And what happened was that I then had to decide what my choices were. Because at that moment, there were really only three that I could imagine. I was either going to keep doing what I've always done, which is to drive that forward. I was going to stop and jump off that train. Or I was going to turn to my right, I was going to turn to my left, and I was going to ask my staff for help. That's what I decided to do. And when I decided to do that, something really amazing happened. That sense of power that I thought I had was suddenly multiplied. I had a fortress around me, and it was called my team. They were there for me, and they helped out in a way that I never believed was possible because I allowed myself to step away from being invincible. I allowed myself to share that power. And then the most amazing thing happened after that, which was that they became as passionate as I was about making this company succeed. Because in allowing them to be part of the solution, their passions were unleashed. And I was able to achieve what I thought we could achieve, but it wasn't me anymore. It was us. And that was the enormous difference in being a leader. As a leader, I found that the real power was letting go of control and joining with people that were driving this together. As Nietzsche has said to us, what doesn't destroy us makes us strong. And what we really have to face as leaders is what is the fear that's underneath that behavior and those beliefs that drive us in ways that we think we're hiding behind the curtain, but we're really not. To lead effectively, you have to be able to have transparency, and you have to be able to have an ability to let go and encompass everyone in the drive to succeed. You might want to ask yourself, what are your curtains as leaders? What are you hoping that those curtains might obscure? And if you were able to find out what is behind that curtain, how could you transform that into your greatest strength? I welcome the opportunity today for us to work together and find how you can be the leader with the power within.